Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Eureka Springs channel. I'm Melody, your host, and we're coming to you live from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, that wonderful little piece of paradise in the northwest Arkansas corner. Today, I have a special guest that we're going to be chatting with. You know, it's no small miracle that we have all these wonderful individuals who find their way to Eureka Springs to experience not only our locals and the atmosphere here, but also become a part of our tourism industry. And I have today with me Mr. Christopher Willard, who is with Lakefront Arts, and we're going to be chatting today with him about an activity that he has got going on here in Eureka Springs this holiday season. So please welcome to the screen, Mr. Christopher Willard. Let me get him on here for you guys.
Hello. Hello, Melody. Hi.
How's it going, Christopher? Thank you for coming with me today. I know that you've got a lot on your plate right now trying to organize this particular fantastic event that we've got that you're going to be bringing to Eureka Springs. For those of you that don't know about Lakefront Arts, could you tell everybody a little bit about what is Lakefront Arts and give us a
Sure. It's a little company that I started a couple of months ago, actually. We had our first production in Eureka. We did Fully Committed at the Main Stage Creative Community Center. And so it's basically just me creating an outlet for some of my pent up creative aspirations. And so an opportunity to get out there and do some shows. And we've been partnering with a great little company called Main Stage and putting up shows there. And so I'm Missouri based, but I'm just across the state line. And so I'm happy to be doing shows in Eureka, and everyone's been so welcoming, and so we're excited to bring yet another show in less than 2 months, I guess, from each other. So, but yeah, that one opens next week, so I'm feeling the pressure of
you are. Yeah. Now, for the name of the play, let's talk about that. Just jump right into what the play is all about, if you don't mind, Christopher.
Sure. Well, once you hear "Wonderful Life," it pretty much tells you what the show is about.
What it is. Yeah.
Yeah. They may have chopped off the very first word and the first couple of words, but this is a one-person version of Frank Capra's classic 1945 movie, "It's a Wonderful Life," and so it's a story of George Bailey and small town America and Bedford Falls. And is all that sounding a little bit like Eureka Springs? Because it kind of is. That's the great part about this. The great thing about this story is universal. It really applies to each and every person, and especially to the small towns and even some of the big towns, some of the metros. People will still recognize the characters that you might encounter in Bedford Falls.
Yes.
And in this version, I play the world's greatest "It's a Wonderful Life" fan, the most devout fan who loves the show so much he wants to do it all for you himself. And so that's what I end up doing in the span of 75 minutes is presenting the entire story, but also going a little bit deeper under everything. So it's a nice different version that's created, and but you'll recognize all of the characters, and then you'll have that lovely, wonderful, warm, fuzzy finale at the end.
Oh yes.
And then you'll step out of the doors of the theater into Bedford Falls, which is Eureka Springs. So right. Yeah, it's a beautiful story. I love that story. And the great thing about this story is it's really not about Christmas. It's about every other day of the year and all the things that you have to go through in order to get to that next great day. And right. And that's about putting the work in, to building a community, finding your place within a community. And all those themes really resonate strongly with me. And I think we'll find some patrons out there who will also connect to the story and those themes too.
Well, Christopher, this is fantastic. I'm so happy that you have chosen to come back again. I did come to the last one you had here in Eureka and fully enjoyed it. And I was mesmerized, truly mesmerized that any individual could take on that many lines and memorize that much content. I mean, you know, bringing a one-man show. Now, you've done this before with other things, and you've been a part of a lot of other different plays in the past. I know in particular you've brought some images for us to look at today of some other characters that you've played throughout your career. I love the. Can you want to talk about each one of these a little bit? Or, I mean, you want
Uh,
to talk about those at all?
exactly. I don't normally take pictures. If a selfie camera comes up, I'm running, or my back appears prominently in a lot of selfies. These are photos of me in production, and I did a lot of children's theater. I'm kind of a big actor, and so that was a great place for me. And this was a production called Oz, where I played Frank L. Baum, and it was how he got over the hump of writing The Wizard of Oz. So that was that one. This is from A Tuna Christmas. I do a lot of one-person versatile character shows. And I think I may have actually coined that phrase, but those are the
Yeah.
shows that I like to do, to be able to play a multitude of characters. I mean, once
Mhm.
I discovered one of these shows, I was like, wait a minute, you mean I could play all the roles? Well, I'm just going to do these kind of shows because they're awesome. Uh,
They are.
I just love to dip into those characters and create different characters. So yeah,
So many. And I
this is
can.
another. This is just me on a Monday morning going, oh God, get me out of the dog pound. No, this was a show called Two Dumb Dogs that we had commissioned for us up in Breckenridge. It was the theater that I ran for a few years.
How
And then of course
fantastic.
then was me doing Fully Committed, but you don't have that picture. That's cool though.
No.
But yeah, it's a big challenge to take on
Hmm.
all those characters and all those lines, but it's very rewarding. And the real
Yeah.
trick is remembering what comes next and getting into the rhythm and sculpting everything so
Yeah.
so it doesn't feel like, well, he just went so fast I never understood anything, but like having a moment, realize, and really deepening
Yes.
with the characters. And that, so it's a huge challenge for actors,
And to
and a
do it all
great payoff at the end when you nail it.
yeah, it must be so satisfying. Actually, I was thinking about it too. You know, the last one you had here, you had one set, one scene, and yet every time another voice came through, another character came through. I'm guessing that's kind of what this is going to feel like to people, similar as it was before. That you really feel like even as you move through the characters, that the set takes on even a newer meaning every time there's a new character that shows up. How was the
That's
set
right.
design? How did you jump into the set design for this particular play?
So I have to be honest with you and let you know that I did a version of the show once before. Back in 2019, I toured Colorado with it. It was called This Wonderful Life. So,
Okay.
but those rights were not available this go round. So I found this one that Helen Murray and Jason Lott created back in 2014 in Washington D.C. And putting it together. And so the original one that I did, I toured around, and so the set was very simple. It was just a background. I put down an 8x4 carpet, and I played everything on the carpet with very minimal
Mm-hmm.
lighting changes. This one's very theatrical. And so I've decided to do a deep thrust with that. So the stage extends out 12 feet and the audience will be seated on three sides of the stage. And so I
Oh
get to use a
wow.
lot of strong diagonals and creating it. And lighting is super important. There's just one utilitarian bench that I use. That's the main set piece. I have a ladder behind me that we decorate, and it becomes a Christmas tree for the Bailey family at the very last scene. And then it's just little prop items and just
Mm-hmm.
lighting and of course the physical justice that the actor brings to it. So that's the approach with it that's a little different as opposed to Fully Committed, where it was a unit set and everything was happening sort of real time.
Mm-hmm.
This story is told through Clarence's point of view, and he flashes back to just give you all the backstory of George Bailey's life. And so we're hopping and skipping, and Clarence is the narrator through the whole piece. So it's going to be
I
very
see.
theatrical. People really have to take that journey with us. But to me, it's a little more satisfying because I can throw all the bells and whistles into it that I couldn't with Fully Committed. More
Yeah.
lighting cues, gobos, and
Oh
sound, and
wow.
really cool,
So
interesting things to
visually,
do with Clarence.
so visually
Yeah.
very different then. Visually very
It's going
different
to be a
then. Wow.
smorgasbord, a visual smorgasbord. There's lots that you can pick through. Yeah, exactly. Well, because what
Oh
do you do
wow.
with a one-person show? You know, you don't want to
Yeah.
bore them to death. You want to create lots of variety and interest, and yeah, and
Oh, I
that's
can't
I
wait.
think we're really close to pulling all that off, if
I
I
can't
can pull
wait.
it off.
You will. You will.
Yes.
You were fantastic. The production was so wonderful last time. I cannot wait, and I can't wait to see you, my dear, on stage.
I,
I'm really looking
I'm
forward to
excited.
that. Yes. So
It
let's
has
get through
been
the day.
since
This is
2019.
wow.
Yeah,
This is
few
November the
years.
24th. November the 24th through December the 26th is when this is running at Main Stage Creative Community Center, which is really just a lovely, lovely space here in Eureka Springs. I'm so thrilled that you're partnering with them, and this is the space where all this is occurring. Tickets at lakefrontarts.org. So be sure and jump on. If you're watching this on your desktop, you can take your camera, or if you're watching this on your smart TV, just take out your phone and do that QR code there for to jump into the page to buy your tickets. And so y'all jump on early, because I feel like that Eureka is really into celebrating Christmas full on. I mean, we've already got our Christmas decorations up. We're ready. So more and more people are doing it early. And so now is the time to get your tickets. I feel like that most of the shows will be sold out. I hope they will be for you, Christopher.
Thank you.
And just, be sure and get a good ticket and a good seat. Is it general admission, or is it assigned seats?
It is all general admission, first come, first serve, and the ticket prices are very reasonable. $15, $16. We add the extra fee that we have to pay for Reserve Eureka on there. So $16 for adults. And then our children's range, you're going to love this, is between age 6 and 18. And that children cost is $12. $12. So very affordable, family friendly,
Very
75
affordable.
minutes. Without intermission, but first come, first serve in the theater to find your place in that area. And you can buy online, or you can show up at the box office an hour before the posted curtain time. And that's when they'll start selling those tickets.
I can't wait. And then the atmosphere really of walking down the street, really in the atmosphere of Eureka Springs, and then going through those doors off the street, which I can't wait to walk into this experience there that you're going to be creating for everyone, and take us to different places. I can't wait, because, the traditions for all of us, most of us who are really love Christmas, is to get out It's a Wonderful Life and watch it on TV. And I can't wait to have this experience, because it's going to be so wonderful. Christopher, I know you're going to do a fantastic job.
It is the movie, but it's also a different version of it. So a different way of looking at something that's become a cherished holiday tradition. Yeah.
I love it. Well, you may become our new tradition here in Eureka Springs. You never know. This might have to come back every year.
I'm not going anywhere, so, I'd love to. That'd be fun.
Thank you, Christopher, for coming on today and letting people know about what you've got planned for us to have a great time. Thank you so much for choosing Eureka Springs. I've often wondered why people choose Eureka Springs. Any comments on that? Why here? Why did you choose here? I mean, you could take this anywhere. It sounds like you've been all over the country with producing things, but why here?
It's true. I happen to be living nearby, but also I just really love the feel of the town. And I feel that this type of theatrical experience has been missing in Eureka Springs. I mean, it's been here in the past, but in terms of having a consistent theatrical something experience to offer to people, I'd love to start that tradition and to be able to do more shows there. We're going to do something in March for Women's Month at Main Stage. And and just try to expand a little bit, get a little bit bigger, not do one person shows every time. It's a budget thing, It's also about time and just making those connections. But Eureka feels great. The community there is so warm and welcoming, and I just love the energy with all around. And so I want to be part of that energy, and I want to help to elevate the positive, good feeling of this great little town.
Well, thank you for choosing us. We appreciate it very much. You're quickly becoming a part of the fabric of why this place is so wonderful. So thank you, Christopher, for being a part of that and for putting all the energy into this. We can't wait.
Thank you so much.
See you next time. Bye-bye. All right, guys, get your tickets. Here is the poster for the show again. Wonderful Life. November the 24th through December the 26th. Tickets at lakefrontarts.org. And also, I think they're on your reserve Eureka, but you can go to Lakefront Arts and get quickly, listen to me. You can quickly get to the link to purchase your tickets. Thanks a lot for joining us today. We appreciate you watching us. Of course, we always love it if you would like us on Facebook. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and of course, show us a little bit of love and throw some hearts on our broadcasts. With your love and your support, we're going to keep this channel going so that we can bring to you all the wonderful happenings and events and also all the colorful characters that make up Eureka Springs. We like to showcase all the people that are making a difference here in Eureka Springs. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.